needs. Our main target is somehow how to stop the supply.
Okay.
Therefore, we'll have to prioritize that part. So while not that ignoring the part that we'll have to do the rehabilitation, we are going ahead with that one. In fact, that we are planning just to have a complete system of rehabilitation in the prison system without treating them as prisoners. That is a different project that we are going ahead with that one. Here the basic target is as to how that we can cut off the supply chain and take the law, that into operation with regard to the people who are responsible in importing and distributing.
Absolutely, because
with us for a couple of months. No. See, it's been with us for a couple of months. So it's only a question of coming. We'll get down to work. It's available. As Chief Secretary says, we located one. Fine, because we in fact took out one of our functions. It was earmarked for one of our people, and then we took it and kept it for the Regional Drug Control Board. Happy to, and I'm just sorry that BCGR is not here. Bureau Commissioner General Rehabilitation. He is also doing work on the same subject in Kandakadu. But no, answer is yes. We'll be more than happy to. We'll facilitate all of this. That's not months. Yeah. So we can.
Enough space there.
Yes, sir.
Japanese. Then we'll start it.
Yes, I have the agreement with you.
Then who's going to work out on it? That's
Yes, our control board has to just approach us. We'll have to provide them with the
who has
agreement.
come from. Yeah.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister also wants to provide some directions to a few people. So we would like the Senior DIG, Sri Lanka Commander Navy, SFJ, District Secretary, and the doctors to kindly stay back, because he wants to issue a few instructions. So if you can kindly retain yourself here.
DIG also.
Yeah, and yes, CDIG, Chief Secretary, Secretary Health, yes. So, and I thank all others for joining. We are very happy that...
And District Secretary also.
Correct, yeah. So we are happy that Honorable Minister was here. He has taken time, and that will give us a lot of strength, definitely, because he is also revising a particular aspect of the law. It's coming up very soon.
Yeah.
That's something.
The school students, all self-administered, we covered about 9,900 students in Jaffna, students in Andhra district. So I was using things of Jaffna. We got the students particularly okay, but none of the students reported in Andhra. But Andhra they reported in the ambit domain. The highlighted findings, but rest of the findings I can share. And also we tried to validate some of the things that call asset. So then we actually validate. Now we can use that to see this assess the kind of a target that could be targeted. They did some program because they are Malaysian team. So we really wanted that height of the wall, because these adolescents are the target. So then not get into the other side. So how we can, they have done the TOT program to this Sai Samudra.
Basically, if the individual willing to go for rehabilitation, what you said is correct, but about 90% of the individual, they don't like to go into.
Sure, I'm not going on the basis that he or she is going to be in.
Yes.
I'm only saying inform the magistrate.
Yes, when the magistrate, now daily we are receiving 5 to 10 people per day in our unit. So most of the time, police bringing the people after the arrest and asking us whether he is using or not.
Is that word correct, arrest?
Yes, they are arrested.
Is that correct?
Yes.
No, should they be, I mean, are you, 2007 Act, I'm not sure you are arresting the individual. You are arresting if you are committed offence.
Yes, most of the people are committed offence. I
But
mean, they are.
you are not about user.
With the substance.
Right, then you
With the position of substance.
They are having a
possession
substance.
as opposed to user.
Yeah, when we arrested that, he has
I think that's why you need to be careful because the prisons, as the Honorable Minister said, filled with 60% on drug-related charges. Possession, but possession, difference between possession and usage, that should be very clear.
Most of the users
nobody
are-
will come for us because never will.
Sorry, go ahead, doctor.
Yeah, if you purely talk about the abuser or who doesn't possess a user and he or she doesn't possess a substance, I think the particular act can't be applied.
You know, the substance is in you, is in the system.
It's a grey area, I think. Possession in the sense with keeping the substance in the shirt.
So is he going to be walking around with this spare substance and you will take everything and walk? You could consume the whole thing.
So,
So I think the way we look at it, I'm deliberately asking not to argue what happens in the in-between area, but I would be very troubled if every user is treated as a suspect. Because if you are in possession, you could be charged for some serious offences.
Yeah, exactly. Because what happens, we identify the patient is, sometimes the patient they agree they are using, then we refer to psychiatrist. So that doesn't necessarily go to jail or into the legal system. They get the treatment and they are
so many
treatment
people are like
pathway.
that,
So
yes.
we won't inform to police. or
We
the
never
jail.
inform the police the users. You can ask them, we never inform the police that this person is, we treat the people. But they have to come to the hospital as a patient.
Say the patient sometimes come with fever and we diagnose he got infection in the heart because he is injecting into the vein and they are using normal water or something and their heart get infected. So they come with severe sepsis. In that case, if the patient, we are treating that and then we are referring to psychiatrist to treat him, to get away from the substance abuse. And those patients, they are not going into the legal system.
Yeah, but again, I'm only throwing the question at the medical profession and the police. Substance abuse is a serious matter. Of course, when does it become a matter of the police is something we can debate. But as much as you're treating well, person goes home, week number 4, they're back on the same thing.
Yes.
Right? So that is not the best way of dealing with relapses, so on and so forth. So I'm only deliberately pushing you all to look at this, right? And this is something you understand, it's frustrating. So I think the psychiatrist doctor's comment, recreation user, you have treated, you have sent the chap or woman, 4 weeks later they are coming back with something bigger, worse, and he keeps getting escalating into something much bigger. And becomes, I don't know, chronic or something like that. Family is destroyed, everything in the house is sold off so they can consume substances. Right? You become psychotic and you play hell.
To stop that, we have to cut off the supply chain. That's what we are.
That's what we are doing.
If you
Supply chain.
cut off the supply chain, nothing will happen. If we arrest
both
all the
together,
street sellers, there's no now inside the Jaffna heroin price gone up to 2,500. When I start working, it is 900 rupees. Now after police arrest, everything is 2,500 one portion. because of the arrest. It's all depend on the security people to arrest the people.
Is that all? Is that all?
I agree. And we have already introduced a bill, Rehabilitation Bureau bill. There are certain arguments, but it is not an obstacle. We can go ahead. And we have already drafted amendments to the dangerous drugs ordinance. It is already tabled and to be taken up for debate on 10th of this month, so 10th of November. Hopefully there will be an issue that everybody wants that to be passed. But with all that, what I can understand is that we will have to prioritize as to how that we can prevent it. I understand there are only two ways. And one is that how to stop the supply chain. That is not for the medical experts or legal experts. That is for the prevention authorities. We need the support of the police and the forces and any other intelligence services or whatever. The secondly, the education, because students, school children are now, and I think that your survey will be very helpful if you can share those details, what he has done in Anuradhapura district and Jaffna district. Then taking into consideration all those factors that we will have to have a online program, crash program, maybe for a couple of months continuously to educate the children and the society as to why that this should be prevented and the repercussions and the gravity of it. I think for that purpose, Honorable Governor, that if we can concentrate some system here, that will be very useful, since we have all the stakeholders who are having the knowledge and the capacity to do it.
And decrease the demanding is the way that we can move forward. Police action, police and other forces and with their support we are doing the many detections, but I think we found only 1/3 of the total supply of the community. Community using is very high, so each and everything we cannot be traced. So at the same time, not only the, I think already today also I had 2 programs in the schools, and it should be start from the home as well as the schools. We have to target the schools, and the education has a many responsibility for the do the awareness program with us. Then Inspector General also already gave us many instructions that what are we want to be done with the other stakeholders. Now we are moving forward, sir. As you said, the first one, sir, I think section 10 of the that act very clearly said if the user we can produce to the medical officer can get it his observation, and then we can produce him to the courts again and get the order, and we can send it to rehabilitation. That's what the section 10, according to section 10 of the state act is mentioned. I think we are, then I suggest the Honorable Governor that we have to get the steering committee. I think we formed the Honorable Governor formed the steering committee here. I think we can get it more in future with the support of all other stakeholders. I think media has much thing has to be done, and media also getting less support for this thing. And day before yesterday, I had a meeting with some media owners, and they promised us to give a bigger support for in future. That's all.
So actually today started organizing ourselves, and today I met all the intelligence services that are coming under me, and also the police and the Navy, all those people. And so now actually as we were discussing, the awareness programs have to be taken up by the health authorities. Now as per the Provincial Director Health, Mr. Lianagi, now he has started the awareness programs in schools. Now we are going to actually touch and disturb the supply chain. That supply chain is very, very powerful, and they have a very big network. They have used even small children to gain information about our movements, so that it is very difficult. But amidst those difficulties, we have up to now we have captured 2,024 kilograms of cannabis, Kerala cannabis. From those are coming from India to Sri Lanka. Nowadays, this sea is very rough, so that now it has stopped for a while. But in future there will be much, because now they are in the harvest in Kerala. So once they harvest the thing, they have to distribute it now. So that this is the first place that they do distribute it. And I think Navy also will.
I think that the Navy has the greater responsibility on this, because mostly they come through the sea.
Sir, using in Jaffna is not mostly kg. It is some other thing, ice and cocaine, which is coming basically from south, sir.
They come from south.
That's right.
Ganja coming from here to south.
See, yes,
And heroin from Menam.
that's right.
Heroin from Menam.
And also that we have to, because of the legal
and networking as well as the consuming. And also I think last month also we have the meeting. After that we have another many pocket meetings in order to control this matter. However, then the control the supply, we have to mitigate the demand also through the awareness program. Already we have done more than 150 awareness program at the school level as well as the community level and institutional level. It's a continuous process. Still we are doing, every day we are doing that thing. And also we have the WhatsApp group and pet WhatsApp group we have formed, and we have shared that our health as well as the education and other CBOs also joined with us. We are doing these things, and also we as the district secretary I am leading that within the district. I think as our doctor said, our counselors also, counseling officers also, psychosocial counselors also, we have provided, assigned them to one of the tasks. Every week the GMO, they are going to prison and they are doing some regular counseling sessions. So this is at the education level, the school level, teachers and parents and other students. We are continuously, we have to do that. We are going to, we are implementing that awareness program, but the counseling teachers only 54 in the Jaffna districts. We have to increase through the TOT, and I think our PD already been, our zonal directors also already been discussed in this matter. And other things, institutional level, we are doing through our available health sector people as well as our counsellors. We are doing, and also community level also the street drama and the other mode of awareness program we are doing continuously. Then we have introduced 1927 hotline. After that hotline introduced that many cases voluntarily they are forward.
Who is monitoring online?
That our dangerous drug control prevention code as well as the health sector also they are doing. And I think Savadhi mental health they are nearly that increased there. Then now our teaching hospital also now the number of patients are increased. This is the then that our detaining by the police. So this is a good syndrome that. But as our senior DA said, the media very important one. Media we ordered that the media not only that all the medias we have to utilize for this control and awareness program, many levels. Especially we have to highly focus the students, the youngsters, not only schools and tuition centers and other places, and also community level awareness also should be. So this is the we can through this approach we can mitigate the demand size. Then we can control that because supply is very highly networked and very highly sophisticated, and they are using many strategies. Even underage child also they are utilizing. Sometimes parents also they are push them their children for that doing that way. So recently we had a meeting with our Chief Secretary, another Ministry of Education as well as the Health. According to our joint collaboration, this is a joint collaboration, our multi-sectoral approach, we have to accelerate this at this junction. This is very
I just want to add on a few things. Watch out, inform, right? So while these things are going on, as the Honourable Minister mentioned right at the beginning, let me just say that we know exactly who's supplying and who's selling. And there is a general perception in the public that not enough is done about both the supplier and the seller. And there are professionals who are now asking the same question in terms of what is happening with the knowledge you all are possessing. In terms of usage, let it not be mistaken that it is only confined to Jaffna. You go to Vaunia, you will find the same thing in front of schools. You go to Mullaitivu, communities by the beach are saying, look, please do something. It's happening here. Right? Mana, potentially, Kilnochi, yes. So we have a virus in this province. Now, Honourable Minister and I are both in the same situation. If we know and that the law says do something, then if the practitioners aren't, then I think we'll be compelled to ensure it is done. That it is absolutely done. That it ceases to exist on the streets. Right? So I can't say it in any other language that it has to cease. Right? We can't destroy the young ones anymore. And the parents and the families, the brothers, the sisters, the grandmothers and the grandfathers expect us to do something about it because they are powerless. They are not in state power. Right? So the knowledge we have, I can't be graphic about the knowledge, but let me absolutely say that we exactly know. We really do know. We can present each with a birthday cake if necessary. That's the degree of knowledge we have. Right? So they really have to be off the streets. Come what may, soon rather than later. There is no nice way of doing this.
I think now better to have a steering committee because this operation has to go on. By mere discussion won't help. And also one of the other things that common man's perception in this Jaffna and around, according to what they boldly told me, that they know, as Honorable Governor said, they know who are the people supplying to the village. But they are scared to give the information to the police because police leak all the information to the other side. Or then publicly they come to know that who gave the information. Their lives are at risk and therefore they don't give information to the police. According to them, that's the police is reckless. That is also one of the aspects in ADIG you will have to ensure that when you get an intelligence, then you will have to safeguard the secrecy of it. Otherwise, it won't be able to do anything. That is very important. I think you will have to educate all the OICs and responsible officers in every police station. Not only in the northern province, this is everywhere. Even in our area, like that's Kotte, Mirihana, Maharagama area also, that's the same position remains. This the overall situation in the police department, I think we are going to discuss in detail with the Inspector General of Police and the Minister concerned. But in the meantime, that in the northern province, that because this is the first meeting in the regional level at the request of the Honorable Governor, and therefore that you will have to start that system from the northern province. Just to continue with the future activities and what kind of support that you need from the central government or from our side, whatever the ministry, whether it is justice or the law and order, then we will have to have a steering committee chaired by the Honorable Governor. I think that you can decide, the Honorable Governor, that the steering committee who should consist of that in the steering committee, and they can, you all can prepare the plans, the future plans, action plans. Then whatever the support you need from the government side, then we are ready to give that support.
I would like to address one problem.